Hello and welcome everyone. I'm C.S.Gilmore, and this is Shadowrun Returns. Let me just get this positioned. Okay, I guess this is as good as I'm gonna get. Alright. Now, Shadowrun Returns is it's based off of the game Shadowrun. And it's done by this one company, Harebrained Schemes, I believe. They made the main campaign, and you can get other campaigns that other people have made, other players, because you can create your own campaigns. I believe, could be wrong on that one, but I believe there was a way to. Anyway, but right now I'm just going to play the main campaign, and yeah, this game's pretty cool. It's a mix of fantasy and sci-fi. You get high-tech stuff, and you also get some pretty standard stuff. You got different races. You got humans, elves, dwarves, orcs, and trolls. And like trolls, they can get really high body and strength, but they can't get very high on a lot of the other skills or characteristics stats. But they start off with some bonus abilities as well. Orcs have different ones. They're, different caps. Every race has its own caps. Got the dwarves, got the elves, and the humans. Now, I'm gonna go with an elf because I like the bonus charisma and be able to, I don't know, I like to use charisma because it allows you to do a lot of talking and different conversational attitudes and just situations. I don't really like these images. I'll go with this one, I guess. So continue. Karma represents the experience characters earn while running the shadows and achieving goals. Karma is used to improve attributes and skills. An attribute or skill rating can be increased by spending karma equal to the next increment of that rating. Thus, improving your body from 4 to 5 requires you to spend 5 karma points. You have some karma available now to customize your character. And back there was several builds I could have gone with, like pre-made builds from Street Fighters, like close course combat to ranged combat, mages, or people that use tech to fight, stuff like that. But I want to go with my own setup. So right now, we got that. I don't know what that etiquette is. New etiquette. I'll go with security. Wish it would let me pick that etiquette, but no matter. So etiquettes are that's like being able to talk the lingo of certain groups. Then you got spirit summoners. You can summon spirits, and you have to work to control them, otherwise you lose control and they can turn on you. You got willpower, which is different sorts of spell casting. Let's get that up. I'm gonna be a mage. Increase spellbook slot. Not yet unlocked. Okay. And let's see. Got a couple different things here. Main competent to calculate the chance to hit with adept powers. Increasing the skill unlocks special abilities. So, G focus. And the humans are the overall balance. They can, all their stats max at 9. Increases the chance to hit with conjuring spells. Unlocks etiquettes that affect conversation. Okay. I'm reading charisma, sorry. Killing hands, magic resistance, mana fist. I don't know if I want those. I want spells, but not those type. But not like these things here right now, I don't think. Some basic drone control, basic tech. Close quarters, ranged. Body is your hit points, if I remember right. Quickness also increases your ability to avoid being hit. You can specialize in different weapons, dodging. Like, so you can really make your character however you want. Okay. Get that so I can see enemy hit points. These are allowing me to control drones. That sort of thing. You know what? Yeah, I think that'll do it. We'll get that, and we'll get this. Increases power to the Decker's expert systems programs in the Matrix. Yeah, not worried about that. You don't do a ton in the Matrix, if I remember right. Like, you do have some stuff in the Matrix, which is basically a digital world, like, used for hacking and stuff. Let's try this, though. Convert. Choose an etiquette. Okay, I do have to choose for my other one. Let's choose Shadowrunner. That way I can speak the lingo. Name. Let's go with my last name here, Gilmore. Down and out. Your apartment, 3 o'clock in the morning. It's got 4 walls, a roof, and isn't on fire. Even the cockroaches have fled in search of better accommodations. Not exactly a runner's dream pad, but right now it's about all you have left. Running the shadows is all about feast or famine. One day you're Nova Hot, working jobs that allow you to eat at 5-star restaurants. The next, well, you're here. This one's a famine for the ages. Slagging Fixer hasn't called, the money's run out, and then some. Sinless and free to starve in the cracks of a society run by megacorps who just want your Newen. I believe Newen was your money. I don't remember what sin or sinless, being sinless meant. Something needs to change and soon. I don't know. There's so many. It has its own special lingo. Your apartment. 2054. It's 3 a.m. and you've got. I didn't get the rest of that. Well, you can check. Okay, contacts. List of contacts. Fixer, no response. Dead. Lots of dead. Sam Watts, probably in a gutter somewhere. So either drunk or dead. All other dead or just plain dead. Personal calendar. Nothing. Down my notebook. Let's check over here. A slip of paper with your bank balance. Enough to cover through the end of the week. So, not much. Your computer, state of the art in 2050. Broken since 2051. So useless. Alright. Well, this should start the tutorial. And the main campaign. Objective complete, answer your vidphone. Yay! The screen leaps to life. Make you squint against its brightness. The face on the screen is laughing. Sam Watts. Oh, the guy who was probably in a gutter. Hey buddy, hope I didn't catch you at a bad time. He goes, he's drunk again. Or worse. Let's go with you're zoned. Oh, don't bother with your side of the conversation. I'm not really here. Just one reason for this vid. Someone finally geeked me. I'm dead. I probably had it coming. When you're an unsavory character like myself, you tend to associate with other unsavory characters who often partake in unsavory business. Like you, for example. So why am I dead? Who knows? Probably my fault. I wonder where you are right now. I bet you hit a big payday and you're living high on the hog somewhere. Some of us are born winners and some of us are me. Hey, you remember that Ranraku run when things went to hell and we lost Dowd? Or that makeshift saloon on the docks afterward? I really had your back that night, didn't I? Dowd, that's a name you haven't heard in a long time. Welcome to the tutorial. So, like, I got my charisma pretty high because I like to use the conversations, get the best out of the conversations. I'm one of those type of players. Also like hacking and other, be able to get into everything, but there's only so much you can do. Sangoma is an urban shaman who proved her worth during a run against Fuchi last fall. She's the quiet type, an experienced runner. We're out in the open here, Gilmore. Ready to bolt? Not yet. Let's give the fixer another 5 minutes. Alright. New Larry. Let's have a word, shall we? You've been running with New Larry for about 6 months now. He's a combat mage with a bad tattoo and a bad attitude. He knew Dowd almost as well as you did. Dowd never saw anybody die like that before. Idiot. I hate this city, Gilmore. It's wet and the rain feels like acid. I want out of here. That's the man tonight. Let's go with that. So, okay. I'm guessing that's K? Like, okay? Sorry, I'm just really ready to go home. Portland's way more my speed. I don't know, Gilmore. Sam is a good guy and can hold his own in a fight, but he's been hitting the ball pretty good lately. Never on a run so far, but he needs watching. He shakes his head. That run went sideways 9 ways to Sunday. Now the fixer is late. Smell funny to you? Hell yes, it smells funny. Look at where he set the meeting. This was supposed to be a public place. Cut the dreck, Sam. We both know why Dowd went down. It wasn't the fixer or some other paranoid chip dream of yours. I've been waiting for this all night. Now, new Larry has something he wants to say. Don't you, Larry? Go ahead. Spill it. You were sloppy. He laughed. Sloppy? You think I was sloppy? You've been twitchy all day, son. Look at your hands. They're shaking. You been drinking, Sam? On run? No, not drop. Not today, not ever. Something dawns on him. He leans into new Larry, amused and dangerous. We were set up, and he knows it. Don't you, Larry? What was that call you made before we hit Ranraku? How come you couldn't geek that guy before he unloaded on Dowd? I've seen you fling a lightning bolt, son. He should have been burnt toast before his gun cleared the holster. New Larry checks his watch, licks his lips, looks over your shoulder at the darkness. He's looking for someone, and it's not the fixer. Okay, I can see where this is going. You trummers are damaged. I'm out. Hands where I can see them. Did you keep us here long enough, Larry? How much did they pay you to sell us out, Larry? Honestly, it didn't take much. Just enough to get me back to Portland and set up with a cush corp job. I'm out of this racket. We've got incoming. New Larry relaxes and throws you a Dreckian grin. Looks like my new Ranraku friends are finally here. They're gonna take that hard drive off your corpse, buddy. We should choose our friends more carefully, Gilmore. Buy a drink after this. You owe me several. Okay. So this is a turn-based game, and it's based off of the board game, so it makes sense to be rather turn-based. -1 AP. Ow, you jerks. They apparently don't like me. You are now in turn-based combat mode. Each character on your team has an action pool. Spend these actions on movement, attacks, or using spells and amps. Once your team's turn is complete, the enemy team will move and attack. Additional tutorial information is available, blah blah blah, reference guide. So yeah, you've got a lot of information here. Got your basic inventory, like health kit, it's grenades, other things you can use. You got your different characters up here. And down here you've got your weapon. I don't have any special abilities with mine. You can switch to different weapons, like you could punch, you can use a pistol, you can use a rifle, and it shows how much ammo is in there before you have to reload. Lots of good stuff. Now, let's see. I need to take cover, considering everyone wants to shoot me apparently. AP. I thought I lost AP. So why do I still have 2 movement? Maybe I had 3 normally? I don't know. Got Larry here. Missed. Alright, you need to get to cover 2. And what are your abilities? I think Sam's just a shooter. Yeah, spray and pray. 2 attacks with less chance for a critical. May hit adjacent characters. Uses 6 bullets. 2 attacks in 1 action. Low accuracy, low critical. So yeah, not all that great, but we can work with it. First, get him to cover. Then, got a good chance of hitting new Larry. Might as well take him down, considering. Now, I could use both my actions to move her way out, or I could just use 1 action and move her. I wonder what. Oh, that's so she can summon a spirit, I believe. Yeah, she's got some different stuff. Haste, bear totem. So she can do healing. 3 of the damage from the most recent attack. And I have to get into this game how it works. She's got a different weapon. Different abilities, okay. But let's have her summon this Typhoon. Yeah, I probably should have done an ability instead, but no matter. And that was one of her actions. Let's get her to cover with the other one. It's only half cover, but beats nothing. And looks like my... Ow. Looks like my minion here. Escape chance 1. Escape chance 2. Okay, so I can give it different amounts of action points with the bear, but the more I give it, the better chance it'll get loose. Let's give it 4. Alright, looks like I still got control of it. What are its abilities? Big Wave, target gains 2 dodge, lasts 3 rounds. Mana Bolt, powerful magical bolt that ignores normal armor and targets willpower. And I think this other one is to banish it. Yeah. So if you lose control of a spirit, it'll go rogue and could attack you, could attack anyone. So spirits are dangerous. But they also are really useful. Now my character can't do anything with spirits. I don't have those kind of specialties. So that noise is really loud. There. So much for him. Give me a second to... where's the options? Ambient volume, sound volume. Let's turn those down. Since there isn't a voice, no need for everything else to be super loud. And there we go. That should do it. And another mana bolt. At you, since you're out in the open. So yeah, that paid off. Big time. Got 0 chance to hit anyone. I could move up to this full cover. Excellent. Now that Sam's... new Larry's out of the way, I don't have to worry about him shooting me in the back or anything. This symbol on the ground here that's glowing, I believe that had to do with ley lines or something, and I don't remember how those work. I believe they affect just how your character can work. Okay, can I not do anything with these? Apparently not. So let's shoot. And you can come along. Let's have you go here. And throw this guy's back. Excellent. Okay. And you take shot. Good shot. Yeah. Oh, more thugs. Lovely. They were dumb and didn't use a cover though. So you can see each other's. You can see my health points up here under the. Like you got that bar under your characters. I'm not too worried about health right now, just because this is the tutorial basically. This happened in the past, I believe. And you can see my ammo's going down as I use it. Oops, that used both. Did not mean to do that. Let's see how this turns out. Okay. Manable you. You're in the open, unfortunately, because I goofed. Let's have you hurry up here. Get a bit closer to these guys. And Manibolt that guy who's standing in the open. He looks like me. So let's fix that, shall we? Get both of their attentions, how about? Hopefully that will draw them off to shoot at the spirit rather than... Apparently they don't like him. Okay. We'll work with that. You go here. I don't like 0 chance of hitting. So let's move up further. And so this is how combat goes. It's turn-based, and you know, cover plays a part, skills play a part, And it allows you to really do a lot with these characters. Shoot them. And let's do this again. And you can see the chance of escape is growing every time I do this. So the longer I keep the spirit, the better chance they'll get loose and go rogue. Excuse me? I don't believe I ended that turn. That spirit had more movement than I thought. It's bad to have a what? Oh, I can only give it one. Ah, maybe the amount of I can give it goes down with time. Well, let's give it one. Ah, okay, I guess I thought I was thinking it had 4 and I guess it didn't. So let's hit you. Okay. And vanish. Don't want to go and rogue on me. Ow. Okay, they have a spellcaster, so I the summoner looks like just taking some long shots. Sam's gonna get his butt kicked, it looks like. Well, let's run up. I know I'm in the open, but I'll line this person. Done. Alright, Sam, get to cover. And line of sight blocked. That didn't work. Not the way I was hoping. Okay, run to that cover then. Let's get him to good cover, but where he can actually do something. Yeah, I can't shoot many of them. Could hit them. Shot. Good. And normal shot. Excellent. I probably should have moved her to better cover. Oh well. Okay, 2 action points. I don't think we can hit very well from that angle. Yeah, you see, Sam's almost out. Now, characters can die on missions, but like most of the characters that are like key to missions, like will respawn or whatever. I'm not sure how best to put it, but they won't just die on me. Let's go to there. Better cover there. Sam, take that out. Good. Take out the summoner, the spirit follows. You need to go and die, dude. Done. Sangoma lowers her gun. Eyes Sam. You okay, Sam? He's heavy and he looks shaken. That was a hell of a thing. You don't look so good. You were born for this gig, Gilmore. Me, not so much. I think I'm gonna hang it up. Find a nice brothel somewhere. Stay drunk until I croak. What about you? I'll find a safe house. I do too. I don't forget my friends. Alright. So that was the tutorial. Not bad. Didn't do great, but you stare at Sam's face on your comlink. Shake off the memory. Focus. I had your back that night, didn't I? Now I'm asking myself, who would care if I die? Who would care? I'm not gonna say that. Better or worse, your name is at the top of the list. Maybe it's the only name on the list. So I set up a dead man switch to send you this call. I got 100,000 Nuyen insurance policy, payable when you find who creased me. Alive, with a conviction, or in a body bag with justification, either works. Contact my law firm, Rogers, Manger, and McCain, when the job is done. They'll know what to do. He turns to his left. Chet? Lawyer. The camera swivels to show a well-dressed man sitting next to Sam. Pursuant to Mr. Watt's wishes, Rogers, Mengar, and McCain has installed a secure, dedicated phone line, so you may contact us directly when the task is complete. We will then begin a verification process. Note that you must also be on a secure landline to access this number. We will not accept transmissions from comlinks or other devices. The camera swivels back to Sam. First time. Look, Gilmore, I've led a direct life and I probably left a direct corpse. I've hurt people, hurt myself, I don't know. Maybe I just want the last word. Maybe I just want someone to give it all that I sucked air for a while. What do you say? Pretty clear right now. I'll get to the bottom of this, someone will pay. Hope you just said yes. I've got a locator chip slotted in my head these days. If, when my heart stops, it'll activate. That's how you'll find me. See you on the slab. Guess I'm heading back to Seattle. Alright. The dead man switch. Your plane hits the tarmac with a jolt. Welcome to Seattle. The chilly northwest rain obscures your vision as you step onto the tarmac. Before long, you're seeing in the cramped backseat of a cab, following the signal from Sam's locator chip into the heart of the Redmond Barrens. Organ grinders, a legal chop shop for body parts, whether from the living or the dead. If you're hurting bad enough for Nguyen, this is the place to sell a limb or an organ. It's also a good place to dispose of an inconvenient body while making a little cash on the side. This franchise is the closest thing the Barrens has to a morgue. It seems this is where Sam Watt's body has ended up. You open the door and are assaulted by the smell of death and bleach. Lovely. Love death and bleach. I'm gonna save real quick. I think there's a way to do that. Save game, yeah. Ah, okay. Some of my old games. Let's just create a new one. There we go. It's been a long time since I played this, so sorry I'm a bit rusty. I'm in the back. Thanks for letting me know. The smell of death and decomposition wash over you, only slightly masked by the minty fake fresh of industrial grade antiseptic. Alright, so we've got quite the setup here. I don't see anything I can play with, like item wise, interaction and all that. Yeah, I can't interact with any of this. I like the window effect, so I can actually look out into the alley, and I don't know, this is interesting artwork and all that. This looks like probably the body. Alright, can't do anything but talk to this guy. Let's talk to Dresden. He sounds like fun. Are we talking to Dresden? I thought I clicked on him. Hovering over the recently departed is a small dwarf, whistling a tune. His broad grin says, "I love my job." A little more than you'd want or expect from someone in the chop shop trade. As you approach, he looks up with a lopsided grin. There's something kindly in his eyes, though it might just be a stray reflection of chrome and surgical tools. Sorry, I didn't expect any visitors at this hour, and some jerk at corporate took my receptionist. What can I do for you, sir? Are you the coroner? I'm John Dresden, the organ grinders branch manager here. So yeah, that makes me this franchise area's coroner too. And you are? A man named Sam Watts. I'm here to look into his murder. No one tell me about. Yeah, let's go with that one. Sounds official. He frowns. Interesting. A dead man makes for a strange client. But what makes you think he's here? Sam had a locator chip embedded in his skull. I followed it here. I see. Well, you're right. He's here. Not too many people know about the murder yet, though. The press haven't caught wind of it yet. What with it being all the way out here in the Barrens? So, slums, I'm guessing? So who told you he was dead? Sam's digital ghost. When his heart stopped, I got sent a recorded message asking me to bring his killer to justice. Guess he had a hunch. The dwarf raises his eyebrows, a smile wiping the suspicion from his face. A dead man switch, huh? Fascinating. I was working on him earlier. He's over here. Yeah, I figured. We run down here. Dresden. He's my second Emerald City Ripper victim. The third one was downtown. Ripper, huh? I guess the classics never go out of style. Not my title. That's what the Seattle press insists on calling the killer. All I know is that, like the original Jack, our Ripper knows how to handle a scalpel. But this one's even more twisted. He or she always removes an internal organ from the victim. Delicious. A trophy hunt. What was it? Watt's liver was cleanly cut out. How about the other lucky contestants? The first victim's heart was missing, and the third had the spleen removed. Dresden, get out of here. Oh, get out here. Sorry, not get out of here. I think that's the police officer. Let me see, I can steal stuff here, I think. Item picked up, basic medkit. I'll take that, yeah. And it looks like I can do something with Sam Watt's body. Sam's body is half covered by a sterile surgical sheet, his face an ashen white for the first time without a smirk on it. Below the chest there is a small pencil-thin incision covered in dried blood. Beyond that, the corpse is immaculate. It would seem that the killer knew exactly what they wanted from him and took it. Next to Sam are several plastic envelopes containing the evidence found on his body. You can examine evidence through the bag without spoiling it. Let's look at the business card. Moving things around, you can make out that it's a card from a place called the Seamstresses Union. There is something handwritten on the back, but blood has made it illegible. Look at the cred stick. It's a standard cheap unsecured cred stick. No way of knowing what's on it without slotting it. Come on, take that. Slot the cred stick into your PDA. 300 is added to your account. Look at the purple shirt. Not purple! It's Sam's shirt. Several of the buttons are missing and blood has thoroughly soaked it. The bag sloshes a bit in your hand. Look at the handwritten note. You can only see part of the note, given the torn off bits and blood stains. Sam, I feel terrible that we argued, blah blah. We have been long to say I'm sorry. See you there, love, Jessica. Put down evidence bag. No one need ever know I took that, right? Okay. Looks like got nothing else I can do here besides talk to Mikulski. Towering over the diminutive coroner is a homicide detective right out of central casting. If you ignore the tusks, pointed ears, and Neanderthal brow, you can smell his cheap aftershave from a mile away. So this new Ripper Vic Watts, name's familiar. Didn't his mother kill herself a while back? So you insisted at the time? Come on, she offed herself. I had it on very good authority. Now let's go, Dresden. Give me something to work with here. This Ripper case is my ticket to a lieutenant's badge. I've already posted everything I know. The killer stuns the target with a combination of drugs and magic, then removes a single internal organ while they're still alive. The perpetrator is most likely right-handed, with a slim hand that knows its way around a scalpel. He has a decent understanding of human and metahuman anatomy, too. So I'm looking for a whacked-out surgeon. Not necessarily. I don't know any surgeons who still use scalpels anymore. These days, it's all done with computer-controlled lasers. Could be anyone from a military field surgeon to an antique medicine aficionado. Sorry, mispronounced that horribly. You're no help, dwarf. Lone Star Detective finally notices you. You note his superhuman powers of observation. Who are you? So if I had higher strength, I could use this option. None of your business, Lumpy. That seems like a bad idea. Anyway, I don't think I would have wanted to go with it. I'm new in town. You the welcoming committee. I'm the nobody who didn't hear nothing. Are you the detective on this case? I was hired by Sam Watts to assist in finding his killer. The dreck you were. You get anywhere near my investigation, and it'll be you on the slab, elf. He looks back at the dwarf. Dresden, get me more. I'm putting someone in a cell or a box this week and claiming my promotion. Lovely. Isn't he a box of happiness? Hi, Dresden. Dresden looks amused. Do you always make friends that easily? Great at dinner parties, too. Be straight with me. You really go work for the dead man? Sam was there when I needed him. I'm going to return the favor. Job's a job. This one pays better than most. I'm going to bring his killer to justice. At least street justice. Fascinating again. Detective McCluskey isn't interested in anything but Detective McCluskey. He'd convict his own mother if it meant another 10 million a week in his paycheck. Plus he's on the take. Dresden pauses, considering. You have honor. After a fashion, I try to honor the dead in my work, so we have that in common. What can I do to help? Okay. Looks like I can go through all these. Let's see who's... Someone with some major pull has been looking out for McCluskey's career and wallet. What was that about Sam's mother? She committed suicide about a year ago. Do the official in that sentence? My name's on the report, but my actual findings left some doubts. I can't say that it wasn't suicide, but there were unusual bruises on her upper arms, and she didn't use her dominant hand to pull the trigger. I was told to drop it, so I dropped it. What are organs worth these days? A whole healthy body can be worth a bunch of million, but individual organs not worth as much anymore. But with all the synth and cyber stuff on the market these days, organ grinders only deals in the recently deceased. There's plenty of other chop shops that aren't as picky though, and they don't care where the bodies come from either. Who still uses scalpels? Doctors still learn how to use them in their first year of medical school, as do coroners, but neither profession uses them much anymore. It's possible some of the slimier chop shops still use scalpels, I suppose, but I wouldn't know where to look. Have you heard of the Seamstresses Union? It's a nearby club in the Barrens that attracts lowlifes. You'd probably like it. Me, I'm not really the going out type. Always too much to be done around here, plus the dead are just easier to get along with. I just need to know one more thing. Where was Sam killed? Dresden looks up at you intently for a moment before speaking. You know, I might be able to do you one better. Why don't you poke around those body lockers in the back and see if you find anything useful? Okay then, I'll go do that. Body lockers in the back, huh? See if I can take anything else here. Looks like it can. Then picked up basic med kit. Dock wagon basic trauma kit. What's that? Alright. Basic med kit. Restores teammates to life with 25% of their total health consumed when used. Ah. Okay, so basically it's a revive kit. Cyberware, I don't have much. So I'm not very cybernetically enhanced. Don't really have much of anything. How did my guy survive as a Shadowrunner again? I've got 2 karma. Nice. Alright. So you can go in here and then just spend your karma however you want, or you can save it up for a while and get better junk. I probably should spend this on something to help me out though. Well, actually no. I'm gonna save it up for now. I usually save pretty often, so that way if something new comes up and I end up needing a higher skill on something that I really want to do, I can then spend the stats on it if I don't already have it. And assuming I have the stats to spend. The cold storage drawer is labeled John Doe, but the internal thermostat is set to 21 degrees Celsius. Open the drawer. The cold storage drawer opens to reveal the fully clothed body of a man, arms folded across his chest, in addition to sporting some of the brightest orange hair you've ever seen. The body seems to be in very good condition. Jake Armitage. Whoa, easy there. Hello, live person. In one quick move, he jumps down from the drawer and stands before you. For someone who just woke up in a morgue locker, he seems unfazed and pretty well put together. You spot a data jack drilled into his temples and some shamanistic tattoos peeking above his collar. An interesting combination. I told John to wake me up at 6 in the morning. Is it 6 yet? It doesn't feel like 6 yet. Sorry, didn't expect you to be so alive. Yeah, Dresden thinks he's pretty funny. You're not the first person he's pulled this one on. Well, so much for a good night's sleep. On the plus side, I notice you haven't killed me yet, so that's good. If you aren't after me, then what's your story? I'm looking into Sam Watts. The corner seems to think you can help me out. Sam? Glad somebody cares. We used to drink together every now and then over at the Union. Decent enough guy, always in trouble over something or other, though. Jake yells towards the other side of the room. John, is this guy cool? Yeah, he's on the level, working for Sam. Believe it or not, some sort of dead man switch. I thought you could help him out. Maybe even stop moping around the shop all day. Thanks for volunteering me. He pauses, might be sizing you up, but it's hard to tell behind those shades. Those are some pretty interesting looking glasses. Alright then, the name's Jake. And you are? I'm Gilmore. Might as well be friendly with this guy. He looks like the sort I'm going to be working with a lot. And well-mannered, too. Such a rare thing in this city. Well, it sounds like you're taking a dive into the deep end here. John's right. I might be able to help you out. I was with Sam the other night, the night of the murder. Poor guy, he was hanging at the Seamstresses Union. That night, tripped out and rowdy. I'd been laying low there for a few days after a bad run. Mrs. Kubota asked me to throw Sam out, so I did. But out in the alley, some gangers got the jump on me. He winces. Maybe I need some soy calf after all. John, could you grab me a cup? Get your own cup. My hands are dirty anyway. Now what's wrong with this intestine? You hear a loud squelching sound as Dresden continues his work. Lovely. Thanks, John. You're a real pal. Anyway, there's a big fat corp bounty on my head, like I said. My last job didn't exactly go according to plan. Out in the alley, a few Halloweeners got the jump on us. Gangers thought they could turn a quick profit off of my head. And you get this impression that it didn't work out so well for the gangers. Nice. Sam stumbled off during the fight, though, and that's last I saw of him, until he turned up here, dead on arrival. Reminds me of my last stay in this place. You've done this before? It's a long story. I end up in the morgue more often than the average guy. Yeah, Jake here's a regular. Should have started a rewards card. Jake, a few more visits and you'd get a free night's stay. I'll hold you to that, John. Anyways, they found Sam's body less than a block away from the Union, missing liver and all. Tell you what, you look like you can handle yourself in a fight. I could use some backup to sell the score with those Halloweeners out there. Their leaders got the whole gang searching the barrens for me. I need to get rid of that guy. In return, I'll take you to the place Sam was murdered. It's not safe to hit the streets alone at night, trust me. And maybe I'll throw in some decent supplies while we're at it. What do you say? I could use the money, but how much do I need this guy on my side? I'll work for free if I get paid. Indian, not tours. Guess I'd say the same. In your shoes, fine. There's a cred stick with 1,000 nuin with your name on it. Help me dust these gangsters, it's yours. Let's see if I can bring him up. Hard bargain, alright? It is, but you'd better be worth it. I'm good for the fight if you're good for the money. Great, I've been hiding out here ever since that run-in with those Halloweeners. Mighty bunch of gangers, but this stretch of the Barrens is their turf. I'm surprised you even made it to this morgue in one piece without packing some heat. Very funny, Jake. You can sleep in the dumpster tomorrow. So you need a weapon? Ah, bother. I'm not well armed, like skilled with weapons. Pistol, shotgun. Well, honestly, if I'm gonna go weapon-wise, I'll probably either an SMG or a rifle. Oh, I do like my sniping. Let's go with rifle. You don't like library windows, do you? Never mind, here's a rifle you can borrow. So, ready for an evening out in town? These gangers first. Make me regret this. Just a minute, tell me more about these gangers. Well, there's one of the nastier gangs in town. Their symbol is a flaming jack-o'-lantern, but you wouldn't like their version of trick-or-treating very much. Around here, they're led by a troll named John Paul. He's got all of the Halloweeners in the Barrens looking for me. We take him out, maybe I can breathe a bit easier. Just watch my back, don't make me regret this. I'm ready. If you're buying. Hey, I've already provided the party favors. We can leave whenever you're ready. Alright. Oh, look, they got a little director for my objective up in the corner. Oh, that's cool. It moves with it and I move the screen. So it's like, yeah, your objective's over in this direction. Go look over there. Okay. Well, this is cool. So basically, I started on this main quest. Still getting kind of through some of the tutorial junk. Let's see, is there anything back here I can do? Nope, doesn't look like it. And it looks like I was able to swipe a few medical supplies, so that's useful. Basically, they're just setting me up for being a beginner. Not much else I can do, so let's save. Yeah, well, I got 2 points to spend there. At least I'm armed now. Most common assault rifle in the world. AK-97. Okay, if you say so. And save. Alright. I don't even remember where this old game was, so let's just save over that. Awesome. Anyway, this game is awesome. It looks cool. I like it because they do a good job with the story, and the combat's good. They've done a really good job of taking the game, Shadowrun, and turning it into a different type of game, this PC game here. Mashing all the pieces together in a way that is playable and enjoyable and fun. So, check it out. But for now, I'm going to end this episode here, and we'll continue on in the next episode with getting into this and find out where this all leads. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!